we're so thrilled that you're here today. And we're going to kick it off with one of our favorite segments, which are our AI ahas, which help inspire our audience to think about how they might use AI by hearing from you what you've been doing with AI that you think is particularly magical or interesting. And Dyane, we're going to kick it off with you. What have you been using AI for recently?
Sure, thank you. I first have to disclose that I fully copy the AI AHA and start my Gen AI class with attribution to both of you in your podcast. Students start every week with from the news, what stuck from the reading or the video assigned, and an AI AHA. And it just kind of kickstarts and orients us, and it's an online class. So it's a great way to kind of settle in and share. And so that's thanks to you all. I completely stole that idea and it's worked well and students love it. I have plenty from, kind of the elementary school math problems and the picture of the broken thing in the garage asking ChatGPT to help with. But because I'm here as a teacher, I thought I'd share something I did last week in class. I'm teaching Gen AI and delivery of legal services right now. It's a 35 student upper level elective. So 2Ls and 3Ls and some 4L evening students. And we're starting the course slowly with kind of a, behind the curtain. What is this technology actually doing? And trying to do a mini little vocab understanding of these heavy words like vectors and weights and tokens and trying to understand the magic. So we did an exercise where students on their own, using any tool they were using, all did a fill in the blank. And the sentence was, the alien ate the sandwich after the hockey game because ... And we all put in the chat at the same time what our output was. And we looked at it. And then right after that, we did the motion for summary judgment should be denied ... And all 35 outputs went in the chat, and we paused and looked at them. And you all will probably guess that the first sentence, the model knew nothing, right? It was all over the place, like alien and sandwich and hockey, and the kind of word statistical magic, didn't really know what to do with all that. We talked about why condiments showed up, mustard and ketchup, right? Because of sandwich. But a lot of the answers had the word intergalactic in it. And some had, celebration or trophy because that was related to hockey. And then the summary judgment ones, not remarkably, were much more bland and kind of clustered around the same output because the model had an easier time with that, right? Based on its training data and the way those kind of frankly boring legal words were connected. So it was, students, we talk about these words and we think we understand them, but that was my AI aha for them. And it was great for me to see a little bit of a light bulb, like, oh, that's where the prediction engine is going wrong, or that's why it's kind of funky with that prompt, or that's why it's doing better with the summary judgment prompt. So that was my learning AI aha for both me and my students just last week.
That's pretty cool. It's a great way to sort of illustrate vector embedding, right? To show like what vector embedding is to a new audience. I like that a lot. That's fun.
I was with a bunch of lawyers this weekend, and we were at a cocktail reception, and people were saying that they listened to the AI ahas, and they say, we love listening to Bridget and how she's doing these mind-bending AI ahas, and she's like bringing people back to life and creating humanoid robots and like running all these amazing experiments. And then you offer yours, and it's like you're inviting your neighborhood over and dividing by 6 of your local restaurant. And I'm like, I could do that one. So I offer the AI ahas for the everyman. So we like to inspire from the sublime to the mundane. So it's good to hear that we're reaching your class as well. Jonah, what have you been using AI for?
Sure. So I'm currently on sabbatical, so I'm focused mostly on the writing side of my job, which is kind of odd because I mostly spend time on my teaching side of the job usually. And one of the things that I've been experimenting with my own writing is using AI. And when I say using AI, I mean using basic ChatGPT, basic Claude, basic Gemini, not sort of specialized legal models, to sort of be a discussion partner with the articles that I'm writing, and of a very specific type. Everybody writes differently, right? I am one of those writers that I need to write the same sentence 50 or 60 times before I'm happy with it. And that means I just write a lot. I have a lot of messy drafts. I have no problem moving to the next paragraph before the first paragraph is not perfect because I know I'm going to come back and rewrite it a bunch of times. But unfortunately, in the past, that conversation about my own writing just lives in my own head, which is not that helpful, at least some of the time. I think ultimately maybe it's helpful, but it takes a long time and a lot of errors. And so what I've been doing is sort of writing a paragraph that's not perfect, right? Messy first draft, draft 0, whatever you want to call it. And not just asking the AI to make it better, because again, like to use Diane's example, I don't think better, like it doesn't know what better is, even if I've given it a lot of information about purpose and audience and document type. But instead, I ask it to critique and offer advice in the mindset or voice of, and then I pick key scholars from my field that I'm pretty confident the AI will sort of know based on its training data or have experience based on its training data. And it's extremely helpful. Now, caveat, right? I don't know if that's exactly the feedback those people would give, but it's helpful feedback in the sense that it puts it in someone else's voice. And then I tried it based on a workshop that I did after I had actually got feedback from one of the people I often use. I won't out them on the podcast, but one of the names I often use in my prompt. And his feedback was almost exactly the same as AI predicted. And I was like, wow, this is a, sample size N of 1, but pretty wild that you can sort of have this thought partner that's not just, your friend or your spouse or your kids, but actually a thought partner that's been trained linguistically on any legal scholar in history. So it's been an interesting experience. Sometimes it gives me terrible outputs, but 99 times out of 100, it's given me really helpful thought-provoking ideas.